Hello, everyone, and welcome. MovieManCHAD here with a very special Blu-ray update for December 18th, 2017. On this day in 1946, director Steven Spielberg was born. So today we are celebrating his 71st birthday, and I'm going to honor it by showcasing a bunch of Blu-rays that I have picked up over the course of the last year, because I think I did a video like this last year on his 70th birthday. Since then, I picked up probably like 10 films that he has actually directed, and I think now there are only 3 movies that have been released that I don't own on Blu-ray. I know I have them on DVD. And he's got some new movies coming out. Of course, this month, which I'll probably see next month in January, he has The Post. And in March of 2018, which I'm really more excited to see, Ready Player One. So let's get on with this Blu-ray. Hope you enjoy, and let's share some love from the greatest living filmmaker ever, the most successful filmmaker of all time, and personally, my favorite director. All right, here we go. His first film that I believe was released overseas, but here in America it was a TV movie, and I'm glad to add Duel, the first, it says right here, Steven Spielberg's first film. Wow. What's so cool about this one is that I do own this on DVD, but the DVD is presented in full screen, or 1.33 aspect ratio. This one is presented 1.85. So I'm imagining this was more true to what was released overseas. I have never seen this film in widescreen, so I'm looking forward to that very, very much. And I'm just glad I got this. I think I got this at Best Buy Best Buy online for $10. So let's open it up really quick and show you inside. Most of these Blu-rays, I think for the most part, I don't know, we'll see. This one is a universal release, so you can expect nothing too special when it comes to the Blu-ray covers, actually. But this is really nice. There are some special features that I'm guessing that were on the DVD, but it does say theatrical version available for the first time in widescreen. So if you are a huge fan of Steven Spielberg and you have never seen Duel like myself in widescreen, this is a must-get. This is a must-get. This is a must-see. This is a must-have. There you go. That's what I have to say. A must-have. What more can you say about Duel? If you haven't seen it yet, it is definitely a great first feature from Steven Spielberg. But, of course, this movie was only released overseas in theaters, and his first film that was released in the theaters in America was The Sugarland Express. I remember seeing this movie for the first time back in high school when I was trying to branch out and see more of the movies of Steven Spielberg, trying to find out what he did before Jaws, and this is the film that he made before Jaws. And I think Steven Spielberg's known for making movies that are challenging and fun and entertaining and a little dark at times, but always having a super happy ending. Spoiler alert, The Sugarland Express does not have a super happy ending, in my opinion. Yeah, there's some nice things that happen at the end, but for the most part, it's a pretty dark ending. And I appreciate that, especially from Steven Spielberg, who's known for making movies that are just completely entertaining, whether they're great or good or watchable, and giving you that super happy ending that makes you feel good as you go home. Whether he's tackling a true story or tackling fantasy, which he's, of course, most known for doing fantasy. But this one, which is based on a true story, is a little more challenging because the ending is just really dark, in my opinion. So Sugarland Express, I'll open it up and show you that it has the same kind of universal symbol or staple of Blu-ray covers, which I'm not too impressed with. Sometimes you'll get once in a while you'll get one that will stand out, but sadly this is not the case. But I think this is a great theatrical debut from director Steven Spielberg, and a wonderful performance from both Goldie Hawn and what's his name? Let's remember his name because he's a great actor. William Atherton, who had a lot of great performances in the 1980s with Ghostbusters and Die Hard 1 and 2. Really great actor, and really great debut from director Steven Spielberg, even though, it came after Duel. All right, next one, I'm just going to put these all together. I guess it actually works out. This is a collector set or collection set of the complete adventures, and I put quotations because now we're actually going to get another film soon, though I don't know if I want it or not. But now that Disney and Lucasfilms are together, maybe they'll do this character justice. Though I do not hate the last movie that came out. All right, what am I talking about? Of course, this is Indiana Jones and the Indiana Jones, The Complete Adventures. This includes the 4 films, the 3 really great and entertaining film, and the 4th one that does have its issues, but I did find entertainment value from it. It was just great to see Indiana Jones and Harrison Ford, even though he's getting a lot older, and now he's even older, and of course, they are going to make a 5th film. So again, this is not The Complete Adventures. Right now it is, but of course they'll bring this out again. Why I really wanted this one, because at the time I think this one came out, Disney hadn't fully acquired Lucasfilms, so this is actually Paramount Pictures and Lucasfilm, and the next one will probably be without Paramount Pictures, I can only imagine. But this is a great collector set, digibook, lots of special features, both new and old, ones that were on the DVD, and of course others that are now on the Blu-ray. And it features Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is of course the best one, and Temple of Doom, which scared me as a child, love that. Last Crusade, which I have fond memories of my mom taking me after she had seen it. I think she went to go see the film, then she took me, and then I think later she took my brother. So she went and saw this film 3 times in the theater. She loved it so much. And then the 4th one, which came out way too late. I wish it came out in the early 90s. I think it would have been better if it came out in the early 90s. But of course, Spielberg was getting away from the fake Nazis and working with stories about the real Nazis. So we wouldn't have probably ever gotten Schindler's List and some really great films like Saving Private Ryan if he didn't take a break from Indiana Jones. But he decided to go back because of his friend George Lucas, and he made the 4th one, which I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about it. I do have mixed feelings about it as well, but I did find enjoyment when I saw it, and I look forward to watching it again and see how well it holds up. Some might say it doesn't. For me, we'll have to see. Okay, so this is a nice little digibook that I'll show you really quick. I really like these little digibooks. And it opens up, and oh, there's the receipt. I bought this. When did I buy this? I bought this last May 2017. Thank you, Best Buy. It's pretty cool. Open it up, and you get pictures of the films. This is Raiders of the Lost Ark right here. Temple of Doom. Last Crusade. And Crystal Skull. One thing I do love about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is the wonderful performance from Cate Blanchett. I thought she was solid as a villain. Could have done without Shia LaBeouf's character. Was nice to see Karen Allen in the film, but overall, yes, it is a mixed bag, though I do find enjoyment from it. And there's an extra disc of bonus features as well. Really cool set. If you're a big fan of Indiana Jones, I imagine most people have this already. I'm glad to add it to my collection since I'm a huge fan of Mr. Steven Spielberg. Did I mention that it's his birthday today? I can't believe it. He's 71 years old, and gosh, how many movies has he made, including produced, and he's written a couple films, and there you go. Okay, now let's move on. Thank you, Harrison Ford and Steven Spielberg and George Lucas and Indiana Jones. Let's move on to the rest of Steven Spielberg's career. And there was another movie that came out in 1989 along with The Last Crusade. And again, I saw this movie with my mom. I don't know if it came out before Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade or after, but I really do love this film a lot. It's a remake, and it's got a great cast, and it really brought a lot of tears to me, especially what happens to the main character, and I was touched by this film. And it's very near and dear to my heart, especially one of the most misunderstood of the Steven Spielberg movies, and one of my personal favorites, and that would be Always. I really do love this film, and I'm glad to have it on Blu-ray. It doesn't look like there's much when it comes to special features for this film, but that doesn't matter. The movie is a winner. As it says right here, it says, a winner. Thank you from USA Today. I think the movie's a winner, too. And a solid final performance from Audrey Hepburn. Solid final performance from her. I really just love this. Great cast. Richard Dreyfuss, Holly Hunter. I think this is also the last time that Steven Spielberg worked with Richard Dreyfuss. And then John Goodman is in the film as well. Sadly, the disc is just your normal Universal. Nothing too special right there when it comes to the disc. All right. So yeah, Always. I haven't seen this movie at least 20 times in my life. I really do love it, and I'm glad to add it to my Blu-ray collection. Now we fast forward, go past the 90s, because there's no movies here from the 90s, though I still need to own... There's 3 films that I still haven't owned from Spielberg, not the ones that haven't been released yet, of course, and that would be Amistad, So this is spoiler alert because Amistad's not going to be in here. Catch Me If You Can is not going to be in here, and so Amistad, Catch Me If You Can. I almost flip you the bird. I'm sorry. Amistad, Catch Me If You Can, and The Terminal are not here. I haven't got those on Blu-ray. Haven't been able to find those yet, even though I know they are available. Okay, so this one's pretty cool. This one came also online, and I got it for $10, and it came with a nice slipcover. I think it's the only one that is a slipcover for this collection right now, and that would be AI, Artificial Intelligence, one of the most beautifully made Steven Spielberg movies, even though the ending is, it hurts. The ending hurts. It's just not an ending that I would want from a very interesting film like this. Though I've seen documentaries about this because, of course, this movie was going to be Stanley Kubrick's next film, I believe, after Eyes Wide Shut. But after Eyes Wide Shut, of course, he died, and Steven Spielberg took it on because he loves Stanley Kubrick. And I think this movie is great because it does bring Stanley Kubrick and Steven Spielberg together. And it seems like Steven Spielberg was trying to make a Stanley Kubrick movie, and Stanley Kubrick was trying to make a Steven Spielberg movie. Though I'm glad that this film exists, and I'm happy it got made. And I really love like 75% of the film. Just the ending that I kind of have some problems with. I would have loved to seen Stanley Kubrick's vision, though I don't know, maybe if Stanley Kubrick was, when he said I wanted to try and make a Steven Spielberg movie, maybe this is the film that he would have made. I don't know. And this is definitely one of the moments in Steven Spielberg's career where he actually wrote the film along with directing it. He hasn't really written a lot of screenplays, or at least got credit for it. Maybe he's been a ghostwriter for some of his movies. So this is one of those rare occasions where he took on the script. And it's a visually stunning film with wonderful music, and there's a lot of heart. It just got an ending that I'll watch it. I'll watch it to the end, but it's kind of rough to watch it. But I do like this nice slipcover. I wish more of these films did have that. Inside there are the special features. A lot of it is probably from the DVD that came out. This one's got a very lame. It's Paramount Pictures and DreamWorks, and it's just a Blu-ray. It's blue. It's a blue Blu-ray. I just wish it was. Had some design on it, because this is really cool. This looks cool. This looks really cool. But overall, it's just your regular Blu-ray. But I do love this film. I just don't love it completely. Okay. Next one, we go from 2001 with AI to 2002 to Minority Report. Again, another great film with an ending that kind of frustrates me. I think I love perfectly 90% of this movie. It's just like the last 10%. It's just a happy ending. It's always, we got to make it a happy end. I wish it almost went a little dark. I think it would have been more interesting if it actually did go dark and left the audience with a few more answers. But it does give you that happy ending, as Spielberg is really known for. There are tons of special features in here. Over an hour of all new content in HD. So again, I probably haven't seen all that new content. That'd be cool. But I do like the fact that it does have it has a cool look to its cover. And opening it up, sadly, it does not. It's now, instead of being blue, it is now a gray Blu-rays. And you actually get two. So you get the feature film on one Blu-ray, and then you get special features in Blu-ray as well. So there must be a lot that's on here to offer. Again, I wish it had more color to it. The movie is a unique looking film itself. It definitely stands out as one of the most uniquely looking films from director Steven Spielberg. So here is Minority Report. Really great film, and I had a lot of fun. I saw this movie a few times in the theater with friends and just really enjoyed it. The same year, I think did he come out with, yeah, of course, Catch Me If You Can came out the same year, which I still need to own. He worked with Tom Cruise that time, and then a few years later, he came back and he worked with Tom Cruise again in 2005 with War of the Worlds, which I think is a solid remake. And another thing where I say I really, really love about 85% of this movie, and then the ending is, again, we gotta have that happy ending. And I mean, I love War of the Worlds. I love Orson Welles' version from radio days. I love the original film from, I think, the 1950s. And I was excited for Steven Spielberg and Tom Cruise to make this film, and I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was solid, even though it does have the happy ending, and it's hard to look past that, because the movie's really solid until the ending. This has tons of special features. I remember watching these special features. I don't know if there's any new ones, but I remember watching it when I had the DVD, and I had a really intense look at the making of this film, and I really appreciated that, because sometimes they put a bunch of special features on there, and it really doesn't enhance your experience of watching the film. And since Steven Spielberg won't do commentaries, it felt like if you're not going to get a commentary for this film, I feel like I did get my money's worth with the making of it. So I remember really enjoying the making of this film. It was like a couple hours. I think it's like an hour or an hour and a half or a couple hours where they really tell you the details of the making of the film. Open it up, and like a spoiler. No spoilers. Okay, so there we go. There is the pathetic looking Blu-ray. I wish it looked better. I just wish it looked better, but sadly it just looks like that. Okay, moving on. Let's move on to the end of 2005 and talk about Munich. Definitely one of the rare occasions where Spielberg will step away from his fantasy and you know, in special effects and science fiction, and tell a true story. Of course, this is one about Munich, the Olympics, and the retaliation of what happened after the Munich Olympics. And I remember really loving this film. I thought this was a great, solid film that was dark and twisted, and didn't have a happy ending. It didn't have an ending that gives you all the answers. It kind of leaves you thinking. It kind of leaves you wondering and pondering what you just saw. So it's one of those rare occasions where Spielberg doesn't give you that happy ending, because I think he's really trying to be true to the real situation as much as he can, especially since it is a movie. But I appreciate this one being more challenging, and it's one of 3 films that he's made so far, I think, with Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, and now Munich, that are rated R. Most films are PG-13, and this one is rated R. I think The Post got a PG-13, and I imagine Ready Player One will get a PG-13 as well. So again, one of the rare occasions where you got an R-rated Steven Spielberg film. I think this is definitely one of his greatest movies that he's ever made. Let's open it up, and just like all the Universal releases, you get that kind of disc. All right, now here we go. When I think DreamWorks and Disney got in bed together, Spielberg started to direct some films for them, even though it wasn't until 2016 that he would direct the BFG, an actual official Disney film. He did make for Touchstone War Horse, and I really enjoyed this film. It's not one of his greatest films by any means, but I don't like the packaging. This is the only way you can actually get the DVD Blu-ray of War Horse. This is the only way that I can see. So it's got the old DVD case, but this actually does have the Blu-ray. It's kind of funny where this one has the horrible packaging on the outside. When you open it up and you look at it, when you open it up and you look at it, you actually get a cool Blu-ray. Look at that. Wow. Isn't that nice? Okay, so there's the DVD. Who cares about the DVD anymore? It's all about Blu-ray, and now someday it's going to be all 4D or 10X, 10K, 4X, 10, whatever. Who cares? I think Blu-ray looks pretty great. So I really wanted the Blu-ray of this, and this is the only way you can get it. I don't know if it'll ever come out another way. So you got the... I wish I could, put put this together kind of... Oh, crap, did I just break it? Oh, no. It's still there. Okay, good. Did not break it. Anyways, this is the only way you can get War Horse on Blu-ray, as I know, at least in the States. I haven't seen this since it came out, but I remember really enjoying it. It was definitely different and unique. Spielberg's known for tackling World War II, and I think in this one he tackles World War I, about a boy and his horse. Nice film. Not one of his greatest films by any means, but definitely, or like one of his best films, definitely one that is worth having in your collection if you love Steven Spielberg. So I'm glad to have it. I just wish the packaging was different. But I appreciate, again, that the Blu-ray has a nice cover. I do appreciate that as a fan. Now we go to 2012. Before I go to 2012, let's put this back together with the receipt and everything. Okay, we go to Lincoln. Of course, Daniel Day-Lewis became Lincoln, was Lincoln on the set, and won an Oscar for being Lincoln. And, of course, Daniel Day-Lewis has announced that his next film with P.T. Anderson, Phantom Thread, will be his last film. So there you go. Lincoln is a great drama. And when I saw this in the theater in 2012, some theaters hadn't changed fully to digital yet, so I actually got to see this on film, and it just added to the atmosphere of this entire movie. Since this is an old film, it's about Lincoln and the history of his life, especially leading up to his death, and it was just a wonderful, one of the best experiences I've ever seen a film. And I'm so glad that I got to see Lincoln on film. It's very rare these days you can actually see a movie on film. Most things are projected digitally now. It'll open up inside and show you that this one does one of the rare ones where it comes with the DVD and the Blu-ray. And sadly, nothing too special to show you right there. Just normal Disney, because this is a Disney 20th Century Fox. Now they're well, this is DreamWorks and 20th Century Fox made this film. And now Disney actually owns 20th Century Fox, I believe so. And we'll probably get more 20th Century Fox, maybe more stuff like this. Even though it's a 20th Century Fox movie, DreamWorks movie, it's hiddenly a Disney. Everything is Disney. I'm probably Disney by now. By the end of this video, I'll be probably owned by Disney. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Oh hi. Okay. There you go, Lincoln. It's a great film, and I did do a review for this film, gosh, like 5-6 years ago. If you want to hear my true feelings about Lincoln, but it is worth 4 stars. Roger Ebert gave it 4 stars. A.O. Scott gave it a masterpiece. I agree. It is wonderful. And finally, with this fun Blu-ray update for Steven Spielberg and his birthday, he turned 71. Did you know he turned 71 today? Oh my gosh. Still working. Great. I hope he works forever. Okay. 2015, he came out with another film working with Tom Hanks, and I really did love this film, even though maybe the material wasn't that exciting. You know, it's Spielberg I don't know, he's so good. And this one's slightly based on a true story as well, but still, Spielberg is just, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. I would hope one day I could sit down with him, we could talk and have a nice, simple conversation about his movies, and I can personally thank him. That would be wonderful. And we can talk about his history of work, body of work. And I know that I just thought about that. There is maybe I'll watch it tonight. There is, I think, a 2.5-hour documentary on HBO about his life. And now that I've been doing this video and it's his birthday, celebrated his 71st birthday, I think I might watch that documentary tonight. Okay, finally, we're going to talk about Bridge of Spies. This movie was, of course, nominated for Best Picture. I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was great. One of the best films. I don't know if it deserved to be nominated for Best Picture, but maybe it was just there because of politics and the Academy loves Steven Spielberg. I don't think it won any Oscars that night, but it definitely was just completely entertaining, interesting film. Oh yeah, it did. Yes, it did, of course. Mark Rylance won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. I should have remembered that. I apologize. I haven't seen this movie for a couple years since it came out 2 years ago, but I remember really, really enjoying it. Just solid entertainment from a master filmmaker. This is my only one that actually has a digital copy, which I think I already gave away to a friend. It is here, but it doesn't work anymore. But again, this is a DreamWorks and Fox and Touchstone picture together, and we get these kind of looking Blu-rays. So it looks like the only cool looking Blu-rays out of this whole complete set that I can remember are the Indiana Jones ones and the one from War Horse. Bridge of Spies is a really great film. Again, most of these films, whether they're good or great, they are completely rewatchable. And I've seen a lot of these films. I've seen multiple times over and over again. And I love Steven Spielberg. I'll go see anything that he makes. Now, of course, I said before, he has The Post coming out soon, which I'm not really that excited about, though I think I've heard that it's amazing. And then I haven't really seen any new trailer. I know they're out, but I haven't seen. I've tried to stay away from the new trailers of Ready Player One because I really just want to see that movie. I don't Steven Spielberg and nostalgia and the 80s and the future and the Matrix or something, and then there's Freddy Krueger. I did see the first initial teaser, and I think I'm ready to go. I don't really need to see anything more. I'll just go and see the movie when it comes out in March. All right, everyone, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. In the comment box below, out of the ones that I've shared for you right now, please share your love of Steven Spielberg, or even your hate. If you don't like him, it's fine. If you love him or hate him, please, share it. Even if you don't like Steven Spielberg, there is at least one film in his body of work that I think you do at least love, because he's made some really great films that everybody and their mother loved the film. I mean, my mom she loves a lot of his films as well, and she's not like the biggest fan of Steven Spielberg. So there you go. Though I don't want to say that. I take that back. She probably is. Yeah, everybody loves Steven Spielberg, right? Okay. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you. Please comment below. I really appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day. Enjoying the birthday of Steven Spielberg, who turned 71. Did you know he turned 71 today? That's awesome. All right, everyone. Goodbye. MovieManCHAD out. Peace.